PlayStation Vita collection. I have to be honest here, it's not a big collection. I have less than 10 games. However, that doesn't change the fact that I do have PlayStation Vita games and I would like to show them. So, let's get started, shall we? The first one you've already seen in a video if you've watched some of my earlier videos. Disgaea 3, Absence of Detention. The best way for me to describe this game is Fire Emblem on steroids. It's a turn-based strategy game, but it's a lot harder than for example, Fire Emblem, which I would argue is the most well-known turn-based strategy game. But yeah, I've actually beaten this game. Surprising, right? But yeah, I've beaten this game and I really enjoyed it. So I'm definitely looking forward to playing more games of the series in the future. And I'm not gonna bother opening the cases. Well, I guess I can open one, but as you'll see, they're pretty bare. Let's see, there's nothing in it. Although now that I think about it, where the hell is the cartridge? Oh, maybe it's in my actual Vita case, I would assume. If not, then I have a problem here. I'm probably gonna check right after I finish recording this video. Alright. So, Disgaea 3, Absence of Detention. Yeah, I guess I can power them up here. Hopefully they won't fall. Next up is a Japanese game. Hatsune Miku Project Diva F. This is a music rhythm game, however you want to call them. And well, it's Vocaloid songs, mostly featuring Hatsune Miku, but there's a bunch of others too. And yeah, this was a really entertaining game. I've not only beaten the game, there's no story mode, but I've beaten all the songs on hard. And I've also gotten the Platinum Trophy, so we can say that I played this game quite a lot. If you like music games, I would really recommend this. It's available in English too, although at the time I bought this, it was not. And it might be available on the PlayStation 3 too. I know the second game, the sequel, is on the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita. I'm not sure about the original, but I'm pretty sure it's also on the PlayStation 3. So, Hatsune Miku Project Diva F. Next up, Muramasa Rebirth. From what I understand, this is a remake from a Wii game, although there are some added things. I wouldn't be able to tell you why though, but yeah. Once again, I've actually beaten this game. If you've watched my other collection videos, you'll probably find this surprising, but hey. I do beat games, even though I don't, it depends on what kind of can't see much because, the case is really small. Wait, let me try to focus. I might have already been focused, but whatever. I really like the art style of this game. How to explain what this is? I guess it's an action game. It's a side-scrolling action game. You go from left to right or right to left, depending on the place you are. And the enemies appear, you kill them, and then you keep going with bosses, of course, and a story. So if you like visually pleasing and games and action games, then I really recommend it. The art style is really Japan-like, so I guess if you don't like that kind of art style, and I'm saying like Japan, not anime. I don't know if you know what I mean by that difference, but yeah. So Muramasa Rebirth, or Muramasa. Next, a pretty recent game. Persona 4 Dancing All Night. This is actually a sequel to Persona 4 Golden, or just Persona 4, I guess. Although it's a totally different game, obviously. This is a dance game, and in the typical Persona fashion, there is quite a story in this game, even though it's a dance game. I think it took me about 15 hours to get through the story. So, that's I consider this a good thing, because Persona stories are always really good. And then the music part of this game is also really cool. You've got some songs from the original game, and also some remixes that are more upbeat, I guess, dance-like. But yeah, I really enjoyed this too. I beat every song on hard, including the DLC songs. Actually, I got the Platinum Trophy not too long after it came out. So, yeah. If you like music game, I recommend this. However, I don't know if I would recommend it to someone who has not played Persona 4, because it kind of spoils some things. Nothing major, but it's still, I would not recommend playing this before Persona 4, except if you have no intention of playing it, then, and just want a music game, then yeah, sure, you might want to get this game. I don't know if you can play all the songs on free dance before doing the story mode though, so you might want to look that up first. But yeah, Persona 4 Dancing All Night. I know you can see the shadow right there, but whatever. I don't want them to fall. Next game, as you can probably guess, Persona 4 Golden. This is one of my favorite games of all time, if not my favorite game. This is something I would usually only say about Ocarina of Time, but this is definitely in my top 3 games, if not, my favorite, one. It's somewhere around the top 5 for sure, top 3 even. How to explain this game? Well, first of all, this is a remake from Persona 4 on the PlayStation 2. However, there's a lot of new content, and even a whole new character, and not just like a side character, but like a character that matters in the story. So that's cool. Pretty pretty much this is a dungeon crawler mixed with life simulator, like high school simulator, work simulator, friendship simulator. You know, you've got all of that in there. Relationships, everything is in there, and you choose what you do. Do you want, after school? Do you want to study? Do you want to go to work? Do you want to hang out with a friend, or maybe go in a dungeon and kill some shadows? It's up to you. And as if that was not good enough, the story is killer. This is probably one of the best stories that I've experienced through video games, or just ever, really. So, I really recommend playing this. You don't need to play any of the previous Persona for this. So, it's really accessible. The only thing is, it's only on the Vita, so you need a Vita. But I'd still really recommend it. There's a lot of good games in the Vita. I just don't have, the funds to buy all those that I want. And I know I wouldn't have the time to play them all, so I'd rather wait until I actually want to play a game on the Vita before buying a new game. That's the only reason I have so little Vita games. So, I was going to say PlayStation. Persona 4 Golden. This has my seal of approval. Not that that means much, but Alright. So the next game. Oh, and by the way, for Persona 4 Golden, obviously I've beaten it, but I have not gotten the Platinum trophies. Just throwing that out there. I know it sounds weird. My favorite game to not have the Platinum, unlike the other ones, but it's not the easiest Platinum. It's really, there's this one trophy in particular that, yeah. But I swear I will get it at some point. I just need to, take the time to do another playthrough of it. This is a game I wish I had gotten as a kid, just like Skyrim, when I had more time and less games. But yeah, moving on. Next up, Soul Sacrifice. Honestly, I can't say anything about this game. This is never mind. This is the first so far game that on the Vita that I have not beaten, actually have not played. I've played maybe like 5 minutes of it and then stopped because I wasn't in the mood to play. And I've never really tried it again. I definitely will at some point. It seems really like it could be a game that's really interesting. But as of right now, I can't say anything about it. It just looks pretty dark, and that's about it. Next up, we've got Tales of Hearts R. I'm pretty sure the R stands for reimagination or something like that. I know it's not for remake. It's because Tales of Hearts R is a remake of Tales of Hearts. However, it's not just a remake. It's like a reimagination. I'm pretty sure that's the word. And there's also in Japan only Tales of Innocence R. So like it's part of that reimagination. I guess series. But yeah, I actually have not played this one yet. I'm not sure why. I think when it came out, there was another game that came out that I wanted to play first, and then I just never got around to it. But I definitely will at some point. Because I want to play all the Tales games that I own, and possibly platinum all of them. But yeah, so I can't really say anything about it other than I'm quite excited about it. Also, it's PlayStation TV compatible, and I recently got a PlayStation TV, so that's really cool. Oh, well, watched the White Album 2 anime. It has nothing to do with the White Album 1 or whatever. And I really, really liked it. And after doing some research, I found that in Japan there was a PlayStation Vita game of this series. I mean, the anime is based on the game, not vice versa. But yeah. And the game is a visual novel. And, well, it's in Japanese, obviously. And, because I've been slacking off and not spending as much time as I want to on learning Japanese, I am nowhere near far enough to play this game and understand anything. Like, I can't even read a manga, let alone play a visual novel. However, with the help of an online guide, I have gotten the platinum trophy of this. That way, when I do get to play this game properly, I won't have trophies in the back of my mind. I'll just be able to play the way I want to. Get the story where I want it to go. And yeah. So that was all my PlayStation Vita games. I have 9 of them. I believe that was 9. But yeah. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. So yeah, that's 8 games, not 9. It's a pretty modest collection. However, as you saw, I've loved the majority of these games. Well, actually, there isn't one that I disliked. Just that these 2 I have not played. I already know I will like the Tales game. So it's just a question of soul sacrifice. Am I gonna enjoy it or not? I don't know. But yeah, as much as the Vita, doesn't get any love, I think there's a lot of good games, even if you're not into Japanese games. Right now, I'm playing the Killzone Mercenary game that I got through the PlayStation Plus free games, and I think it's a pretty good game. I don't know how it compares to other Killzone games because I've not played any of them, but there's that. There's also a Uncharted game, which I know is different than the regular Uncharted games, but as its own game, I hear it's pretty good. And there's a lot of good games. There's a lot of indie games too. So yeah. But of course, its strong suit is Japanese games. So if you are into Japanese games, I cannot recommend a Vita enough. As you can see, all of the games that I own are actually Japanese games. Not like in Japanese, but made in Japan. Even Soul Sacrifice. And there's a lot of JRPGs and stuff like that. So, if you like those kind of games, look at a list of Vita games, and I'm sure you'll find that it's worth getting one. But yeah, so that was my PlayStation Vita collection. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have a Vita, let me know what games you think I'm missing, games that you really enjoyed that you think I would like. And well, that's it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.